Hi, and welcome back to Stop Being Sold. My name is Michelle, and I'm here with Brian. And in this video, we're discussing the downside of leaving behind your 401k when you change jobs. Now, it might not be at the top of your priority list, but leaving it behind can have significant and negative consequences for your retirement savings, especially later on. The first thing that you need to be aware of is that if you have a smaller 401k balance, is that there's often an automatic distribution for small amount balances. And this is typically for balances 5k and under.
Yep.
Should this happen, this can really cost you if you aren't paying attention. So, Brian, let's start with this one.
Yeah, you bet it can, Michelle. Some companies have policies in place to distribute funds automatically for 401k accounts with balances under a certain threshold, like you said, often around $5,000. So if you forget about your 401k or don't take timely action and roll it over, your account may be cashed out and the funds sent to you. Sometimes this is quick, so quick that you have no time to even act upon it.
Got it.
So not only does this disrupt your retirement savings, but if you're under the age of 59 and a half, it may also trigger a 10% penalty for early withdrawal and ordinary taxable income on the full distribution.
Okay, so let's say you can't beat them to it and they mail you this check. If you go ahead and you put that money, take the check, and you put it into an IRA instead of cashing it out, do you still have to pay that 10% withdrawal penalty if you're under 59 and a half?
No, this would be considered a rollover as long as you do it inside the 60-day rollover deadline and no taxes or penalties will now be due.
Okay.
But you have to remember you only have 60 days to roll it over. If you cash it, it will be considered a withdrawal.
And then you're going to not only pay the penalty, but also the taxes.
Exactly.
Okay. So another downside to ignoring an old 401k plan are potential plan changes and custodian transfers, which can greatly affect your savings.
Yeah, and this happens all the time, Michelle. 401k plans can undergo changes such as switching custodians or altering the investment options. If these changes occur after you leave your job, your 401k may be transferred to a different custodian without your input or placed into a fund similar to the one that was changed. Okay. This may lead to mismatches between your investment strategy and your risk tolerances.
When it changes, when your 401k plan changes custodians, that can also make it harder to find your old 401k later down the road, like 10, 20 years from now, right?
Yes, definitely. Then you have to go hunt it down, basically, which could include you reaching back out to your old employer to see where the funds went.
I don't think a lot of people want to do that.
Most don't.
No, they don't. All right. So let's move on to the next pitfall, which could cost you more than you realize. And that's that when you leave a 401k behind, you aren't able to manage your investments like you were before. And your past employer isn't going to do it for you because they can't.
Right. That's a big misconception, Michelle, that past employers actually take care of your old 401k. They can't and they won't. Okay. It's that simple. If you forget about your 401k, you aren't actively monitoring it.
Right.
That means your investments may not be properly allocated or rebalanced according to your changing financial goals. This could hamper the growth potential of your retirement savings. Now, you can make changes to your 401k you left behind, but you can no longer contribute to it.
Right.
If you want to make changes, you would have to be proactive and reach out to the investment custodian and have them make the changes to the investments on your behalf.
Yeah. One thing, just throw in here really quickly, I think a downside is if you leave it behind and maybe you have another one you've left behind, it just becomes too much to manage.
Too complicated.
Too complicated, right?
Yeah.
So, and all of these downsides we've just covered can be avoided if you just make it a point to roll over your 401k once you leave a job.
Yeah. And yes, and you have many options here. You could roll your funds to your new employer's 401k if they allow it. Second, you could roll it into an IRA or convert the funds to a Roth IRA. In the case of the Roth IRA, though, you're going to have to pay taxes on all the funds converted. So.
Right. All right. Well, we're going to put a link to a video that we did on 401k rollover updates for 2023. We go through exactly all your options in detail and break it down for you. So make sure to check that out before you do anything. It's going to be in the description and the pinned comment below. And if you like the content of this video, hit that like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Brian and I put out videos on the daily that help you make the best financial decisions for your future. And as always, we love the comments. So keep those coming. If you got questions, sometimes we can't answer them because, we can't offer specific advice, but we do our best.
Yeah.
All right, Brian.
And trust me, you guys, when you put them comments in, you definitely try to get me to give investment advice.
I know, right? Hey, Can't.
We love it though. Thanks
I
for the
don't blame
comments.
them. All right. So on that note, subscribe, comment, like, and thanks everybody who watched. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.